Thanks for taking a look at this video. What is quite commonplace is when you're new to yoga or you're even just interested in yoga, is you may go along to a class and you do some movements, particularly vinyasa yoga, and you get home and you think, I'm going to give that a go, and you just can't remember what it was. So this video is intended just to show you the versatility of some of the repetitive movements that we do in vinyasa yoga. I'm just going to entirely focus on sun salutations, of which there's about three or four different types, but you can make them different in any way you can, but we're going to stick to the standard stuff, and also a thing called a moon salutation. And the reason I wanted to do both is because when we do sun salutations, we move the body. We're actually moving in one plane of movement, which is this sagittal plane, which is forwards, backwards. So we don't really get much movement of the hips or the body going out into what we call the frontal plane, which is opening the hip, opening the body. So having a combination of a sun salutation and a moon salutation is pretty cool because it moves the whole body. And if you get it right, you can probably do a couple of basic sun salutations and a moon salutation, and then maybe another couple of sun salutations, 10, 15, 20 minutes, which probably is enough. Let's face it, we don't want to be spending hours on the mat because that'll just put us off. We want something that works with our time frame. Okay, so if you have a mat, if you have some space in your house or wherever you want to practice the movement, we'll come straight into a sun salutation, which starts in mountain pose. You come to the top of the mat. There's loads of videos on my YouTube channel of sun salutations and different variations, but so there's a lot of there's lots of repetitive stuff here. So come to mountain pose, roll forwards, backwards on your feet, feel the ground beneath you, spread your toes, feel that sensation of grounding. I like drilling my feet into the mat just to feel that compression. And then slowly bring the arms out and up and breathe in as you do this, and then slowly float the hands down. So just send a message to the body that we're going to start moving. Breathe in the hands up, breathe out, float the hands down, and breathe in, hands up. As you breathe out this time, bend the knees, float the hands down to the shins as you breathe in. A half lift, which is a stretch of your hamstrings. So you straighten the legs and bring the crown of the head forwards and lift your heels just slightly to get your legs as vertical as you can make them. You might not have a mirror, so if you feel the pull in your hamstrings, that's good enough. That's what you're looking for. Soften your kneecap. As you feel the pull in the hamstrings, soften your kneecaps, okay? Because your kneecaps will tighten up, your quads will tighten up. Just stay here for a couple of breaths, feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Bend the knees, hands to the floor, and then walk the feet to the back of the mat. We're going to come into a downward dog, okay? So pedal the legs here, so your hips high, heels go to the back of the room. Thinking about length through your spine, length through your legs. Thinking about a triangle, if you like, with the floor being the base. So you want nice equilateral triangle if you can. So drawing the sit bones backwards, feel that stretch through the spine. Taking a few breaths here, feeling comfortable with it after you pedal the legs. Slow breath into a high press up plank position. Slow breath out, drop to your knees, chest, chin to the floor, elbows tuck into the ribs. Slow breath in, tops of the feet on the floor, draw the chest away from the floor. Slow breath out, come back to the floor. Tuck your toes in, slow breath in, push up onto your knees or push up into plank if you've got the arm strength. Slow breath out, back into downward dog. Okay, taking a couple of breaths here in downward dog, just looking back at your ankles, stretching a little bit more, pushing the heels down, drawing the shoulder or drawing the sit bones backwards. Lift the head up, bend the knees, walk slowly to the top of the mat to that Bentley forward bend, and then put your tummy button in, draw your arms outwards, and then slowly start to elevate upwards. Keeping the arms moving with that breath in all the way up. Bend the knees, float the hands down to your shins, and we go again. Slow breath in, straighten the legs, lift the chest, lean forwards on the front of the feet. Slow breath out, bend the knees, hands to the ground. Walk the feet backwards to the back of the mat, come into that downward dog again. So hips high, heels down, pushing the heels down, drawing the sit bones backwards, finding that length, lowering the head, the chest towards the floor. Take a slow breath into plank, coming forwards, weight comes into the hands, shoulders on top of wrists. Spread the fingers to feel good surface control. And slow breath out, knees, chest, chin, elbows tuck in, tops of the feet on the floor. Slow breath into cobra, draw the chest away, a little bit of pressure to the mat with the hands, draw the shoulders backwards, lift the crown of the head upwards, nice back bend. Breath out to the floor, tuck your toes in, breath in, push up into plank. Breath out, downward dog. You can do some funky stuff in downward dog with the breath in. You can float one leg up as high as you can. And as you breathe out, you can bring that knee in towards your chest, get your hip flexors working. Breath in, lift up three-legged dog, nice and high. Breath out, foot to the floor. Next breath in, your other leg comes up nice and high. Breath out, knee into chest. Breath in, lift up nice and high. Breath out, foot to the floor. Look up between the hands, bend the knees. I like to teach this in my classes. It's a little jump, so almost a toe jump, toe leap. So you bend your knees, bring your chest down towards your knees, and you flick with your toes, and you jump to the top of the mat, and then drop your bum down, bend your knees, swing the hands forwards into chair pose, lowering the hips, draw the knees backwards, feel the intensity of the posture, draw the arms up to counteract, pulling your knees backwards and your heels and the front of the feet lifting slightly. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, float the hands down to your shins. As you breathe in that half lift, making the legs as straight as you can, feeling that pull on your hamstrings. Bend the knees, let your arms dangle here, put your tummy button in, slowly roll up to mountain. Roll the shoulders back, inhale the hands up, tall mountain, and then lift your left foot off of the floor, find a balance here. And this is a really nice movement. It's like swinging the arms, taking the leg backwards. You can stay upright when you do this, or you can build it up a little bit and go in a little bit of a forward bend. Takes a bit of control, and it's really good to challenge the balance and get the body moving, because this builds up the heat in the body, raises the heart rate slightly, and really works the strength in the standing leg. Okay, so you can do a few of those on one side, and then you come up to standing staff on the other side and get your coordination right, unlike me, who's all over the place. And then you do these swings with your arms. Again, you can do it with a standing position, or you can do it moving a little bit lower, challenging your balance. Okay, so that's 2 sun salutations. So the moon salutations, as I said, is more in the frontal plane. And we'll start in the middle of the mat in this case. Slow breath in, draw the arms up nice and high. Palms come together, and we're going to side bend. In this case, I'm going to side bend to my right and reaching over. You feel that really glorious stretch down the side of the body. A couple of breaths here. Inhale the hands up nice and wide now, and taking your right foot off of the floor, do a falling star here, and then step your right foot out to the side. Turn the feet out a little bit, 45 degrees, take a breath in, 5-pointed star, take a breath out, a gliding squat, slowly sinking into your hips. We can do a couple of these. Breath in, lift up and high. Breath out, gliding squat. Already we start to open the hips now. Already start to work in the frontal plane. Breath in, 5-pointed star, and then breath out, gliding squat, soften the shoulders, draw the arms backwards here, cactus the arms, draw the knees backwards, really squeeze into your hip joints. Okay, this is goddess. This is really nice posture. Hold for about 2 or 3 breaths here. You feel the fatigue build up. But again, with any of these isometric, these holds, these asanas, you breathe nice and softly. Okay, breathe and lift the hands up. Now from here, we're going to tuck our left foot in slightly, turn our right foot to face that way, bring the arms down to about shoulder height with the palms facing away. Keep both legs straight, reach forwards to that front leg, and then side bend to take your right hand towards the inside of the leg. Reach your left arm up, so the arms are now in alignment, so you're looking to the side or looking up at the left hand and reaching down to the floor with the right hand. So this is triangle pose. It's a great posture, it really is. It's quite challenging, works the hips, the core, stretches the hamstrings, does quite a lot of things here, and it looks pretty good as well. Okay, coming out of that, and we're going to transition to extended forward bend. So turn to face that front straight leg, take the hands around the back. You can grab hold of your forearms, your wrists, or extend your arms as you interlace the fingers, keeping both legs straight. Chest is proud and forwards, and you come forwards. You come forwards into this extended forward bend here, feeling that stretch of the hamstring and your front leg. Okay, wherever you are with this with your hands, soften the kneecap, lower down, feel that really delightful stretch. Again, 3 or 4 breaths here, and when you're done, lift up a little bit, bend in the front knee, slowly take the hands to the floor, and we're going to come into a lunge position, so you might need to reposition your legs a little bit and drop your back knee, your left knee to the floor. Top of the left foot comes on the floor, steady yourself on your right knee, come upright, inhale the hands up nice and high, palms come together. As you breathe out, keep the body upright, but lean into the lunge. Pull your tummy button in to tighten up through the lumbar spine, look straight ahead, and feel the stretch of your hip flexor. So there is a little bit of sagittal movement in these moon salutations, but it's still a good sequence of movements. So again, hold in here. Try to soften around your pelvic floor. Try to soften your glutes. Try to create space in your body, and then reach up with the hands. Pull the belly button in. Maybe a little bit of a lean back, crescent moon lunge. A little bit of a back bend if it's okay for you. Taking another breath. On the next breath out, you float the hands down, fold forwards, bring the hands down on the inside of that front foot. With your hands supporting the body weight, we're going to tuck the left toes in, lift the back knee off of the floor, and gently move around to a hand-supported side lunge. So keep your hands on the ground to keep the body weight on your hands, so you can lengthen through that left leg, pull the toes backwards, really feel a nice stretch down that left leg, and you can maybe push a little bit with your right elbow into your right knee, okay? If you've got the ground and the stability, the control, you can go hands-free, but don't go into it straight away because it's too much of a risk. Keep your hands on the floor if you have never done this before. Okay, and then wherever you are, 2 or 3 breaths in this, we push into the floor, and then we take the weight over to the left knee, bend in the left knee, make sure the knee points towards the toes as we come into flexion here, straighten the right leg, pull the toes backwards, and again, we're in this side lunge on this side. It's a really nice hip opener. You can feel it in your hip joint, the joint capsule. Again, if you've got the stability, the ground, and the control, you can take hands free, but I would recommend, if it's your first time, stay with the hands on the floor. Okay, nice, slow couple of breaths here. Drop the hands to the floor. We're going to slowly spin around to the left this time, the other side of the mat. Come into that crescent moon lunge. So dropping the right knee to the floor, making sure your left knee is on top of your left ankle. Push up, pull your belly button in, float the arms up nice and high. Palms come together, take a breath in. As you breathe out, gently lean into this. Gently lean into this hip flexor stretch and take your time to arrive in these postures. When you arrive in the postures, make any micro adjustments, they work for you. Feel what the body's doing, see if there's any muscles you can release, and then use your breath to soften things down a bit. So nice, slow, steady breath. If you feel confident, comfortable, capable, pull your belly button in. It's a gentle back bend there if you want it. This is great for your posture, this super crescent moon lunge. We do it in sun salutations as well as these moon salutations. They're so good. Okay, we're going to come slowly down to the floor. We're going to make our way back up to standing on this side of the mat through those sequence of asanas we did on the way down. So the next one we do is extended forward bend. So you tuck the right toes in, lift the right knee off the floor, and then rotate the right heel down, straighten the left leg. Straightening the left leg, and then we take the hands behind the back, lower the chest down. You feel that tension now in the back of your left hamstring, or the left leg, your left hamstring. Hold and breathe. Again, you can interlace your fingers and draw your arms up if you wish. Go for a little bit of a deeper stretch here. And breathe. Such a great stretch for tight hamstrings. Tight hamstrings are the culprits for lower back issues, or one of the many. Okay, coming out of that into triangle pose, you take your left hand onto your shin, onto the floor, somewhere where you can grab hold, and then you sort of open the body up and reach up with your right hand to find triangle on this side. Exactly the same posture, but in the other direction. So we're really working the body on both sides, and breathe nice and slowly. Okay, slowly coming out of triangle, come into an upright position. As you come to an upright position, we're going to pivot on our feet, take our feet out 45 degrees, keep the arms moving up, 5-pointed star, glide in squat. Couple of these, so 5-pointed star, glide in squat, and hold here, and then cactus the arms. Again, pulling the knees backwards, pulling the shoulders backwards, pulling your core in. Every time the arms come upwards, pull your core in, pull your solar plexus into your rib crest. Feel that strength and integrity in your core. Okay, again, 3 or 4 breaths in, goddess, and then straighten the legs, lift the hands up. Okay, we're going to lean onto our left foot and take a falling star here, and then bring both feet together. Inhale the hands up, palms come together, and a side bend in the other direction to where we started. This time I'm going to my left, and really feel that stretch down the side of the body. Come out of that, come to the top of the mat, breath in here, breath out, bend the knees, hands to the shins. Breath in, straighten the legs, half lift. Breath out, bend the knees, hands to the floor. Walk the feet to the back of the mat into downward dog and a slow breath into plank. This is a sun salutation. Breath out, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Breath in, cobra. Breath out to the floor. Tuck your toes in, breath in, plank. Breath out, downward dog. And bend the knees. Walk slowly to the top of the mat. In this case, a little bit of a dangle here. Pull the tummy button in. Slowly roll to standing. So there we have effectively a couple of sun salutations to start off with. We went into a moon salutation where we opened the body up in the frontal plane, and we ended up with the sun salutation. So all in all, probably maybe about 10 minutes. I don't know. Didn't even check the clock. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and you've worked the body in 2 planes of movement. You've created a little bit of heat in the body. You've really worked the spine. You feel it, and you've really stretched the hamstrings. And it's once you familiarize yourself with those sequence of movements, that core basic sequence of movements, you can then start adding other postures into it, either end in terms of bookending and either combination of sun salutations. Okay, good. Thanks very much. Hope that helps.